Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe below to get all of my new videos and hit the bell icon to make sure they hit your notifications as soon as you log into YouTube. Thanks. So leadership matters in any and all circumstances because leadership is the number one prerequisite of either success or failure in anything, of a family, of a military unit, of a marriage, of a company. Leadership matters immensely. You know, Jocko Willink has this famous quote that I say all the time: there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. There are no bad teams, only bad leaders. And that's a very honest statement, but it's a very true statement as well. So if you want to see massive change, for good or for bad, purge leadership. And if you want to see massive change for the good, you need to purge bad leadership and get new ones, particularly in life or death situations. This is why the Pete Hegseth appointment matters so much, because Pete is proving to be a very effective leader when it comes to this stuff. He's been very effective. And so that matters when you are comparing that to Lloyd Austin or Donald Rumsfeld or whoever else. And so this is because the reason why this matters is that veterans are, as I mentioned, they're killing themselves at high rates, particularly for two reasons. The first one is that they are getting sent into or have been sent into the wood chipper by leaders who have not cared for their well-being, and they have used them as cannon fodder to enrich themselves in various ways. Board seats, prestige in the U.S. government, social media clout, etc. And they are exposing them to things that no one should be exposed to: evil things, diabolical things, demonic things. And they don't have to, but they have done that over and over and over and over again, which is why we have this massive problem and issue with military vet suicide after they come back. Like I said, 18 a day. That's unacceptable in a country. That's unacceptable. It should be unacceptable in a civilized, quote-unquote, country like America. It shouldn't be that way. And the second reason why I believe that vets are killing themselves so often is that they're given no support and no next mission after they get back. They're just, again, fend for yourself. No support, no guidance, no structure. And when you don't have support, guidance, structure, it leads to feelings of purposelessness, isolation, hopelessness, which is driving the suicide epidemic for veterans. And it is an epidemic. I remember every single time I talked to Dylan, he would bring up most of the time at least one guy he knew that had just committed suicide, either in his unit or a guy he knew over when he was downrange, whatever. And I didn't understand how real of a problem it was until Dylan started bringing it up. And obviously what drove it home was when it happened to Dylan himself. And I had no idea, and no one had any idea, I don't think, unless you're in it. But now I am in it because my best friend got killed by that. And that is unacceptable that we're allowing that to happen. So what we have done, me and my other colleagues over at this charity I'm about to tell you about, is organize a group of people who care about this cause, about veteran suicide, about veteran hopelessness, about taking care of our veterans and putting them on a proper path, because vets are incredible people. I'm sure at least everyone on here at least knows someone who served in the military. They're remarkable people for the most part. There are some bad apples like any population, but they're resourceful, they're caring, they're loving, they're driven, and it's a massive, massive opportunity that we have to help mobilize our veterans when they get back from combat missions. And so to do that, my colleagues and I, have come up with an organization. It should be said that Lee and Angie Franciscus, Dylan's parents, have been massive leaders in terms of getting this organization stood up. And so I've known them for a very long time. I've known them for most of my life, probably about close to 20 years at this point, if not more than 20 years. I basically consider them, an aunt and uncle figure in my life. They've always been very, very supportive of me and everything in terms of that I've done. And so, they wanted to set up something to help veterans. And what they set up was our organization that I'm proud to be a board member of, called Dylan's Place. And so our mission is that we help veterans find their next mission by providing a conduit of replacing veteran support from VFW, the AMVETS, et cetera, with a better alternative, which is going to be Dylan's Place, so we can help reintegrate these remarkable people back into society. Jobs, mentorship, placements, apprenticeship, support, community, bunch of different things. Because it was so funny because, Dylan would call me all the time, and, he'd be calling me mostly from a very long drive he was on, because he had a lot of buddies in the Marines that lived not where he lived. We both lived in Northeast Ohio. He went back to Northeast Ohio after he got out of the service. And he's like, yeah, I'm in Tennessee. I'm in Boston. I'm in Michigan. I'm in South Carolina. I'm like, dude, why are you driving all over the place? Like, I want to see a buddy. So Dylan lost a lot of that fellowship after he left the Marines. And many people do. Many military veterans do after this happens. And so this is the thing that Dylan struggled with the most, which was a large factor in the decision he made to end his own life earlier this year. And we have come to the conclusion that is what is really driving a lot of veterans to kill themselves and to commit suicide. And we are trying to fix that. And we need your help in fixing that. So our annual fundraiser, our first fundraiser that we're doing, it's going to be an annual thing, is happening in roughly 2 weeks from when this episode comes out. It's going to be on November 9th. It's going to be on Sunday. And it's going to be a 5K and a half Murph. So if you guys don't know what a Murph is, if you've seen Lone Survivor, see Lone Survivor. Michael Murphy, who was played by Taylor Kitsch in that movie, would always do a workout where he would do a weighted vest, mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 body squats, another mile run, try to do it under 45 minutes. And we're doing a half of those because that was one of Dylan's favorite workouts. He do it all the time. I do it all the time as well. It's a great workout. And we're also doing a 5K along with it, back up in Northeast Ohio. And we've been really ramping up attention for it over the time. We have basically a lot of donors from the Franciscuses are very connected in the local business community up there. I've spread the word to a lot of people as well through my socials. As mentioned, I'm a spokesperson for this organization, and we're making great headway at this point. We have over 130 people signed up by the timing of this recording, which is remarkable. And we need your help. If you are believing that this is an issue, if you are wanting to stop all of the destructive things that are happening to our veterans, that is happening to our country because of what's happening to our veterans, I highly recommend, if you're in the area, if you're in Northeast Ohio, if you're seeing this, if you know me in any way, sign up, join. It'll be a lot of fun. I'll be there. I'm flying out on Friday morning of that weekend. I'll be there throughout the entire time. And I'm on the board. I can vouch for every single person that's on the board. I've gotten to know them over the last really 4 to 5 months that we've been having this thing get, stood up, and they're remarkable people. Their hearts are in the right place. Angie and Lee are putting very significant personal resources into all of this organization. They're taking this very seriously. And this is a very, very big need in terms of we need institutions that help veterans. We need organizations that are helping veterans get on with the rest of their lives in a positive and constructive way after they come back from military service. And the way that you can do this is through dylansplace.org. That's a very, probably the easiest way to get everything. You can sign up there for the Murph, for the 5K if you'd like to. You can donate there as well. And again, I think that this is a very, very important thing that we are trying to do and that we will do. This will be accomplished. I have full confidence in our team. And we need to help the people that help our society the most, which are the people that put their lives on the line for this country, for our freedoms, for everything that we love and hold dear inside of America. And we can start by taking care and setting an example for our veterans that so bravely served in the War on Terror, which is primarily what this organization is going to be for, the GWOT guys. And there's a lot of people that need help. And there's a lot of people that are not getting that help, which is why 18 vets are committing suicide every single day, most of them from the GWOT wars. So our job is to help stem that and put a stop to that. And we need your help to do that. So again, November 9th, 5K, half Murph. Come, join. I'll be doing both. I'm not a good runner, but I'm going to run as hard as I can. I'm going to do my Murph as hard as I can. And dylansplace.org if you want to donate and help veterans find their next mission. So I'm on the board. Reach out to me personally at RealSamLax. All my handles on social media. For those who have my email, have my phone number, it's all there. So I would highly recommend that you guys donate to that cause because it's a very, very important one. And it's one that you can feel good about yourself for donating to. So please, if you're feeling compelled or if you're feeling desiring to, donate. You will not regret it.